Welcome back to Radio Entrepreneurs. I am Jeffrey Davis, reporting from our Radio Entrepreneurs studios, and I'm the host of Radio Entrepreneurs. And as you all know, who are personnel and professional service junkies, every week we like to check in with the fabulous Marc Z, or the Big M, as we call him now, on our Marc Z Legal Staffing for our Marc Z moment. Welcome back, Marc.
Thanks, Jeff. Great to be here as always and discussing some very relevant topics to our business audience in on all different levels and in all different playing fields. So it's great to be here.
Well, you know what? The field of personnel is just a constantly changing situation, and you understand that arena. You understand professional services better than anybody I know. What's up this week?
Well, one topic I thought I would discuss where, ironically, you and I have been talking about, because I know you're doing a lot of consulting in this space, are mergers of professional services firms. And we're getting more and more involved in that space. And we've done opportunities that have worked out for individuals who have run firms and are at a certain stage of their profession that have said, you know what, I really still like practicing law, but I really don't want to run the practice anymore. I really want to just focus on my clients. I want to focus on the pure practice. And you have firms that say, we would like to bring on somebody who has a practice, and we can provide that foundation. We can provide that platform where we can give them the support and we give them the services that will extend their ability to practice to wherever they want, have the succession plan in place where when that person decides that they want to move on, that's great, but it works out for both parties. And we're seeing more and more of that, and we're involved in more and more of that space where, ironically, I know you're doing a lot of consulting in that space too.
Well, I represent that whole concept, and I think, sharing it with other professional service leaders, I've had my consulting firm for 40 years. We used to have 4 offices in 4 cities. I was traveling all over the place, and I spent my life, supervising and strategizing with consultants. And today, I don't do that. Today, what I do is I just do consulting. And my partner, Jonathan Friedman, he is the president of Mage, and he runs the firm. And I actually think he does a great job of running the firm because it's always quiet and it runs smoothly. I was more of a noisier engine when I was running the firm. But, as you say, when I first started working in professional services, a lot of the law firms, accounting firms, architectural firms, they were run by the named partners. And today, they're now professionally run businesses when they're run better. And these people are doing what they do best, and that is practicing their profession. And I think that that's a good evolution. I think it's smart. And again, you've said to me many times, you think that I'm at the apex of my career and I should be consulting. You've told me that many times. And that I bring more skills. And I think that you were actually correct. This is one of those Marc Z moments where you actually were right on. So I would encourage everybody to look to run their firm professionally and put the best people in the best position to do what they do best.
Right. And focus on your preference in terms of developing business, executing the business practices, and really focusing on revenue generation versus the administrative aspects, that it would be better to have somebody that focuses in that area and opens up that time for you to do what you want to do. And
you're right. Earlier in my career, I had sales and marketing staff, and they would go out into the world and it would make it easier for me. They would make contacts, networking groups, and then they would introduce me to people. Today, I have centers of influence. I don't go out to marketing events. I don't go to sales events. You still do. Good. God bless you, Marc. And I get referrals from people who trust that I'm going to take care of their clients and do the right thing by them. And it's a better system. People are
Right.
feeling more assured that they can say, oh, Jeffrey's going to run that account, Jonathan's going to run that account, then which staff member are you going to put on it? It's a
Right.
better model for me.
Right. And it's worked for you. And we were talking just before the show, just in terms of some of the projects you're involved in now that are really focusing on what you do best, which is really helping an organization grow, helping an organization really get rid of the problem issues and focus on really developing its brand, or focusing on developing its products, and having a really strong strategy for the business's growth and long-term future.
And I'll just add another thing. When you're talking about people who've been practicing successfully for 40 years across many industries, all professionals, they should be looking at strategic positions within companies, like board positions. They shouldn't be looking at just doing management anymore, because they have some value to provide entrepreneurs and leaders of organizations. And I think that that's a better utilization for them. So
Right,
I think you're right
right.
on, Mark, and I appreciate it. As I say every week, I think, all professional service firm leaders should be contacting you and building a stronger relationship with you. If they want to do that and take our advice, how do they find you?
Well, first of all, go on our wonderful Radio Entrepreneurs website, radioentrepreneurs.com, marczlegal.com, MarczLegal.com, Google Marc Z, MARC, and the letter Z, and 617-338-1300.
And just to remind our listeners, Mark will be back next week and every week on Radio Entrepreneurs.